remember in the last video I mentioned how you gotta play the fronts this time of year? Well, scheduling issues prevented that from being the case for my buddy Justin and me, and we had to come today, the day after a big front blew through yesterday afternoon. So man, the wind is just howling, but we're out here in the marsh and the water looks really good. It was not messed up at all by all this wind. It's kind of a northeast wind, and that doesn't do as much damage as those northwest winds. So we're gonna try and cover some water today. We've got a falling tide coming. It's not here yet, but once it does come, we're gonna target speckled trout. But until then, it's all bass and reds, deep in the marsh, fishing grass lines, and hoping for the best. It's so hard for me not to throw a Texas rig. I'm gonna throw a Texas rig. I think this wind's gonna laugh at this 1/4 ounce. Yeah, I was fearful it was gonna be this windy. I was hoping it wasn't. It is chucking. For once, the weatherman got it right. Oh, there's a fish. Bass. Bass. Pro's choice. Senko style soft stick bait. Second cast of the day. First bass of the day. So I'll tell you this. Ooh, man, this fish is warm. So I was fishing with my buddy Larry the other day, and I was throwing a 3/8, and he was throwing a 1/4. He was getting 5 bites to my 1, because what he was doing was throwing in the grass and like kind of dragging it through. When he encountered grass, he'd just twitch it and let it fall, and he was killing them. And that's what I just did on that one. See, like normally what I do is I would throw to the edge of this grass bed and just let it fall on the outside. But like he's throwing up in the middle of them. This wind slows down. We should kill some fish today. So I don't think the tide's fallen yet, but something like that would be deadly. Yeah, I'm very happy with this water clarity. We're gonna find some fish.
Sure is nice fishing in this cool weather.
It is. Yeah, this is the only time of year I'll stay out all day. I just don't even want to go in. Summer, I'm like counting the minutes so I can go in. Based on this crab buoy, the tide is really dead. And the wind's pushing the grass that way, but it's not wrapping around hard. So that tide's dead. That's good, I'm glad. Fishing will suck for a little while, but then it should get crazy good. You know what? I would normally say yes, but the past few trips we've made, the water's been high. And we've had really good success. This little area here is good. I'll give it all to you. I'll throw on this side. This episode of Marshman Masson brought to you by Putlia Sporting Goods. There's a fish. Another bass.
Thanks for giving me the good side.
I knew you were going to say that. Hey, you can lead a horse to water. This worm's barely holding on by a thread. Well, why you keep missing them? You're not winding down on them? You're trout fishing, huh? There he is. All right, another bass. Another bass. Here, Justin, I'll try and get you in position so you can catch one. Got him. All right. Justin's throwing a, what is that, blue sapphire? Speed craw. I'm throwing a very mangled Pro's Choice soft stick bait. You reach. This thing has been through the ringer, but it's holding on.
There doesn't seem to be a ton of grass in there, huh?
Right along this line?
Yeah.
No, there's some, but not a ton. See, that's how I normally fish them. But the other day, they were more than that stuff, like where I caught that one. Change my bait. I got more of these if you want any. A wide assortment of colors, flavors.
What's the hot color?
I'm throwing black and blue. They also have June bug in there.
So is that black with blue flakes?
Yeah.
Okay. You've got a gallon Ziploc of them, but you've been reluctant to change that one mustard.
Well, I just didn't want to run to the back of the boat and hear the motor go. Just looking out for you, Justin. Just trying to put you on a few bass.
I'm gonna give you that hot tank over there. That's a good spot.
In all seriousness, every time I've come through here, I've only fished that side. And I've picked up fish every time. I've never ever once fished this side. Oh, there he is. Oh, first cast with the new bait. I think he took my whole bait. Yeah, look at that, bait gone. See if he's full or if he wants yours. Missed him?
Missed him. Throw me one. Whatever color you want.
I throw the same thing I'm throwing.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll get
Well, this is June bug. So I'll give you the exact same thing I was throwing.
I bet.
So here you whining.
You put the pointed end on first?
Sure.
I missed him.
There's one. Ooh, good fish. Good fish. Good fish. Nothing more beautiful. Nothing more beautiful than that. Look at that. Isn't that pretty water? That's a good fish. It's a solid 2-pounder. Finally, Justin gets a hook in one. We're just sitting. So Justin and I are just sitting along this little shoreline here. There's a little bit of grass coming off of it, but not a lot. And there's a drop off, and these fish are laying right up alongside of it. We've pulled 4 or 5 off this little drop off here. And probably missed that many. If you get about 3 feet off the bank, you might as well just reel in. They're just right up on it. There he is. That's a beautiful bass. He's surfing in. Surfing in. Look how fat, look how chunky these things are. Man, just footballs. They're as wide as they are long. And thick. Look at these backs. I love marsh bass. Love it.
Amazing. I put this
on. Put that bait on it right away. You missed one right away. There we go, Justin. What? Oh, he threw it. Dude, I got room up here if you want to come up here.
You got room?
Yeah, come on. Just move your rods to the side.
I'll just straddle.
It's up to you.
That one was further off the bank.
Was he? There he is. Don't be a red. We'll catch plenty of reds later. We're in bass zone. It's a red.
Is it?
Yep. Beautiful red. Man, look, look how much orange he's got on his belly. Look at that.
Wow.
I don't know if he's 16. I think he is.
Take your time, get on that measure.
Whew, man, he is 16 on the dot. Always makes me nervous keeping those. Like, he's 16. I measured him, he's 16. But what's he gonna be 2 hours from now?
Yeah.
After he sits in an ice chest.
Was he pinch tail 16?
He was pinch tail 16.
Huh? He ain't gonna be 16 in 2 hours from now.
Right. This episode of Marshman Mass On brought to you by H&H Lure Company. And by Bill Lewis. And by Matrix Shad. And by Sportsman's Outfitters. And by Death Grip Jig Heads.
Oh.
Definite bite?
Absolutely. You know what I got? I got
What you
straight
got?
fluorocarbon line on.
Uh-huh.
You think it's got too much stretch?
I don't know.
And I'm missing hook sets?
Could be. Either that or you might be setting too quickly, like you mentioned.
That could very well be right.
Or you're just pretending.
Look, I mean, it's not me. You can look at my worm.
I'd rather not. Thanks for the offer, though. See if we get the wind at our backs at some point. There he is. There he is. There he is. Redfish! Redfish! Definitely bigger than the last one.
You let him have it first.
I did.
Wow.
I did. Dude, you all twisted up. Look at him. Look at him. You want any fish this size?
No.
Well, that makes two of us. Dude, literally the wind has gotten worse.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have been complaining earlier. The crazy thing is, like, as much as I do this, I come back to that stretch right there, the next 5 trips, and I get a bite. It's the problem with all this wind. Like, you can't tell where the grass is and where it isn't. You just can't read the water. This little ditch, like, this is the stuff I love. But man, lately they haven't been producing. This one, this is gorgeous. This should be full of fish. Yeah, that's incredible. In the middle of these ponds. Like, this should just be full of fish. I mean, and I'm sure it is on a low tide.
There he is. I got one.
No way. You got a red, don't you? Oh, nice bass, gorilla. Good job, Justin.
He was right off that pole. Dude, I guarantee you. See, I didn't even get the hook through his mouth.
Yep, that's your problem. Oh, look at this right here. Look at this. Look at this. Dude, I was literally fixing the trolling motor and he thumped me. So Justin caught that fish right here. And I was swinging the trolling motor around. I had my line dangling. There he is. Oh! Missed that one. I had my line dangling in the water and a bass came up and smoked it. We're in just a little ditch here. It's got 5 feet of water between all these ponds. Now Justin got him another one. I know I've said it 100 times in the past few videos, but I just love fall. I just love it. Even as windy as it is today, we're whacking the fish. It's funny, you get days like this and the wind goes from 25 to 15, and it feels awesome. It's like, if you started the day with it blowing 15, you'd be all...
Why do you throw flag in this clear water?
Dude, you know what? I used to be hardcore watermelon in water this clarity. But I find black and blue or black and purple just catches more fish, period. I don't care what the water is. It just catches more fish. This is such a confidence color for me. But you're right, it doesn't make sense. You should be throwing watermelon or avocado or something like that. This is a pretty little cut. There should be fish in this. I like this little shoreline too. A lot.
I like that a lot.
There he is. It's a great time to hit the power pole, Justin. Yeah, but I gotta spin it, so we're gonna make a freaking racket.
Hit some drives thin, and they'll go about head high.
Yeah.
And I think the golf ball travels at like 150 to 180 miles an hour.
Ugh. There he is, right on the point, Justin. Another bass. Now he's down in the grass. Let's see if we can get him out. He got a face full. It's funny how they give up when they get a face full of grass. They just stop fighting. Look how black that fish is. Look at him.
Good Lord.
That is a black bass. There he is. Yeah, gorilla. That's a good bass. That's a really good bass. It's a bass of the day. Gorilla.
Show the viewers how you boxed me out of that one.
All right. Come on, Justin. I'm pulling for you. You haven't had a fish in a while. It's like I'm taking Joel. Oh, was it a bass? Dude, what power rod is that? Really? You gotta change your line or something.
I know, it's insane.
It's insane. The number of hits you've gotten versus the number of fish you've landed. I'm surprised how clean this bayou is. There's no grass in it. There's a fish. Speckled trout. There we go. There we go. All right. Dude, this is gonna be a good trout year. It really is. There's a bayou we used to fish in October, and you couldn't catch fish there fishing with the current. You had to fish opposite. There he is. There he is. Just like this. Good trout. Good trout. Good trout. All right.
Oh.
Definite hit.
Yep.
There's right up here at the mouth. I'm gonna throw corks just real quick. There we go. There we go. Get him, Justin. Speckled trout, cork rattling frenzy. Man, it's gonna be a good year. Here, I'll even get the ice chest for you.
I appreciate it. See, gotta get him in there, because I'll find a way to lose him.
That's the second takedown you've had, huh? Man, you're fishing pretty deep.
Really deep.
But I'm 2.5 feet at most. I'm nowhere near as deep as you.
You got an adjustable cord.
No, I know I could change it. I'm just gonna see if it makes a difference. Whoa. Justin. All right, I'm gonna have to deepen up. That's funny, because like literally where you're throwing, I think is shallower than your cork. Whoa, look at this. Justin is putting on a clinic. All right, I gotta deepen up my leader. I think that's gotta be the problem. Nice, beautiful trout. That's the beauty of this Versamax bolt. You change your leader depth in about 10 seconds. There he is. That's it. That's it. The leader depth. Oh my goodness. Speckled trout coming in 2 at a time. And they're all solid keepers. Just beautiful. Oh! Lost mine next to the boat. There he is. There he is. So much fun. Oh, you missed him. This way, big boy. Thank you. Thank you.
And you gotta watch which way they pull it because they can't take it under.
Right. There it is. Oh, shoot.
About my spot.
He was hooked up for a second.
Been seeing shrimp jump over there. Straight up there.
There he is. Don't lie to me, son. Don't lie to me. All right, look how long this leader is. It's about 4 or 5 feet. I know where we're throwing is not 4 to 5 feet deep, but I was throwing about 2.5 feet deep and I couldn't get a bite. Justin was whacking them, so I deepened up and getting a bite every cast. Man, we really gotta go, but I can't get Justin to quit fishing. The action today has been just fantastic. More bass than anything. Look at this guy. Look at this. Nice trout. Another South Louisiana speckled trout coming in the boat. We caught more bass than anything today, just a few reds, and now we're putting trout in the boat, but we really gotta go. We're pressing up against the clock. Man, let me tell you, it is gonna be a phenomenal speckled trout fall, winter, and spring this year, no doubt about it. All the signs are there. And of course, you always have bass and reds to keep you entertained on the slow trout days. All right, well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the Marshman Masson channel on YouTube. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever we post a new video. And until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh, we'll see you right here on Marshman Masson. Missed him?